Hello beautiful people, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Oluchi Imo, and on this channel I teach you tips and strategies on how to grow your cake business from 0 to 100. I'm an international award-winning cake artist that is based in Manchester, the United Kingdom, and you're welcome to my channel. If you're stopping by for the first time, I am most delighted to have you here. You're most welcome. If you've always been here, thank you so very much for your support. Thank you also for 27k subscribers. I am so happy, I am elated, and I just want to thank you so much for your support. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you something that's an offshoot of a question that one of my subscribers asked me. I put out a poll or question on my community tab asking you to feel free to share your questions with me, ask me your questions, and somebody asked, and I decided to share this question because it ties closely to what I've done before. Now, it's how to get classic cake flavors for your cakes. I know I've talked about this a little before, like I just mentioned in passing, but I'm going to be teaching you and telling you what flavor combinations you can pair to get amazing taste for your cakes. Now, if there's something you're interested in, which I know you should be, get something to eat, drink, relax, and I'll be right back. And you're welcome back. So the focus, pardon me, my video is dark, I can see, is because it's gloomy today, it's raining, so it's not as bright as it always is. But let's go right ahead. So I'm talking about vanilla, chocolate, and red velvet cake flavor combinations. Now we're talking about the flavor actually. What can you use to enhance the taste? Now, this was born out of a question that I got asked. Like I said, one of my subscribers asked me how to get this rich, creamy taste that you get when you eat cakes from eateries. And I believe she was asking this question from Nigeria. Now, there is a certain way you expect your cakes to taste as a baker. What has worked for me is to create unique taste combinations or unique flavor combinations for my cakes. So if this you and you are looking to take your cakes from tasting just like every other baker's cakes or giving that unique flavor to your cake, then you want to try these things out. Please, a disclaimer, I have not tried all of this, I have not tried all of them, but it's just to teach you and to give you an insight so you would try and know what works for you. Also, if you want to try this, I would suggest you bake a cake. So go right ahead and make a cake for yourself. Split them into like maybe 5-6 batches and test some of these flavor combinations and see which one hits home for you, which one you really want to stick with for your customers. Now, let's go right in. For vanilla, you can go ahead and just flavor your cakes with vanilla. Another combination is to use vanilla and butterscotch. So I have butterscotch flavor, which I bought back in Nigeria. You can get it anywhere you are. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on cake shops. If you know where you can easily source for your cake ingredients. I know that there are some people also in Nigeria, some vendors who source these things. They import them into the country. Now they are pricey, yes, so that let me let you know. So they're pricey, but I believe that if you're looking for the best, then you should be willing to invest. If you're looking for the best, be willing to invest. Like that just came right now, and I love the sound of it. So you can buy this cake flavors. You can buy butterscotch, industrial flavors, or you can get the imported ones if it's not available in your location. Else you can shop online or in cake stores, in the superstores, in the malls. Check, you would see them. The third one is, I might not even be counted because I might lose count. So the third one is vanilla and buttermilk flavor. Now I had to search and Google online to be sure that these things are actually there and available, like in real flavors. And yes, you can either use buttermilk flavor or you can use buttermilk powder. So whichever works for you, you can combine these things to your vanilla. Now I can't remember where I was taught this tip, but it's always good to use vanilla as a base before you add whatever ingredients you want to add to it, even if it's not vanilla cake you're baking. So start with vanilla and then add that flavor you want to complement it. So vanilla and butterscotch, vanilla and buttermilk flavor, buttermilk powder works really well, and you will get a rich taste from it. Another one is vanilla and milk flavor. Now there are a variety of milk flavors, just as you can see on the screen. You can actually work with what works best for you. I know in Nigeria we used to have evaporated milk flavor. There's evaporated milk flavor, there is milk zest, there is condensed milk. Yes, there's condensed milk flavor, and I can't remember the other one as well, but there's just regular milk flavor. I don't mean milk in a tin. I mean the actual flavor in a bottle. So you can buy them and combine them if you're looking for a rich, creamy taste for your cakes. Now there is vanilla and butter flavor. just butter. There's no scotch, there's no milk, just vanilla and butter flavor. You can try that out, pair it with your cakes to see what this gives you in terms of the taste. And if it works for you, oh my goodness, that's fine. So this is another flavor combination that you can try for your vanilla cakes. Now another thing is vanilla and vanilla bean paste. I'll show you that one because I have it. So this is it. So if you have this, it's a fantastic way to flavor your vanilla cake. So you go right ahead, do this and vanilla bean paste. You can also do vanilla and vanilla, like the extract, the one you peel off the pod, the one you scrape off the pod. If you add that to your cakes, that is a fantastic way to enhance and up the taste of your vanilla cakes. For vanilla as well, we also have vanilla and caramel. So if you're looking for anything buttery, creamy, milky like taste, you want to try vanilla and caramel flavor as well. Now the next one is chocolate cake. Ooh, chocolate is so good, especially if you have a good chocolate cake recipe. Now these recipes I've mentioned, if you know you do not have a good one, I have a playlist where I've shared the recipes over time. Vanilla, you just have recipes there. Please feel free to check it. I'm going to link it either at the end of this video or in the description box so that you can see and watch this video. So for chocolate, you can use vanilla. I mean vanilla and vanilla alone. You can also use chocolate. So chocolate flavor for chocolate cakes, and it works just fine. The third option is to pair both of them. So you can use vanilla and you can use vanilla and you can use chocolate as well. It's amazing. When I started baking, I used to just stick with chocolate cakes, chocolate flavor for my chocolate cake, but there was a particular day that we ran out of chocolate flavor. I used to buy chocolate flavor in this small bottles, I think Foster Clark or the other brand, is it Rainers? I can't remember which of them, but I used to use the chocolate flavor alone for my chocolate cakes. But then we ran out that day and we could not get it anywhere in the cake shop, in any of the cake shops around me. We tried somewhere else that was like far away from where my cake shop, my cake studio was, but we still couldn't get it. So I was just left with no option than to use vanilla flavor for my cake. And since then, especially when I also when I attended an exhibition or a program and they taught us a cake flavor and they use vanilla as well, since then I have not turned back from using vanilla for my cake, my chocolate cake. So you can either do vanilla or you can do chocolate cake, or you can do you can either do vanilla or you can do chocolate flavor, or you can do vanilla and chocolate flavor combined. So these are the things that you can use. Another option is to use vanilla and coffee flavor. So the coffee, you're either going to use it in powdered form or you can get coffee flavor itself. So if you cannot get the powder like coffee, or you don't want to use that, then you can actually use the flavor. It would also give you a rich taste to your chocolate cakes. Another thing that you can use is espresso. If there's anything like espresso flavor, I do not know, but I know that you can actually use espresso. But please be mindful not to use too much so that your cake doesn't come off tasting so bitter, because you know chocolate cake is bitter in itself. I've mentioned this in one of my reels before. Not reels, shorts. I think reels and shorts. Yeah, there's one of my YouTube shorts where I talked about bitter chocolate cakes. So this is one thing you can do. Add espresso, but make sure you're not doing it too much. Even the coffee, make sure you're not doing it too much, so you not have the taste will not be too bitter, because in itself cocoa powder is bitter. That's why you have a good amount of sugar in your chocolate cakes to, you know, bring down that bitterness and to enhance the flavor and to enhance the taste of your chocolate cake. If you're adventurous and you want a nutty flavor for your chocolate cakes, you can pair your chocolate flavor with peanut flavor. You can use almond flavor, you can use hazelnut flavor. This would give you a slightly nutty taste, to your, slightly, because it depends on the quantity you use. So it can give you a nutty taste to your chocolate cakes. If you're that kind of person, you can go for it. I know I've once used peanuts in my chocolate cakes. I used it, yes, and it came out nice. It was really nice, but I've not done it. Maybe I did it once again after then, but I've not done it anymore. So you can use peanut flavor if you want that nutty taste. It is nice and it will come out really good and really fine. If you're looking for a fruity taste, orange flavor, cherry flavor, you can pair that with your chocolate cakes. You can either pair with the chocolate flavor or use it alone. So these are the things that I saw according to my research. Some of them are based off of my own experience and some of them are based off of research. So please, like I said, make a batch. Do not put any flavor in it. Split them into smaller batches and then test these different flavor combinations. Bake them, tag them. Yeah, you can tag them. So tag them so you know which is going where. So you know which flavor is in which pan, and when it comes out, you can run a taste You can do a test run. You can do a tasting. Sorry. You can do tasting and know which you want to stick with, okay? Now for red velvet, which is one of my favorite cakes, by the way. Yeah, this is my favorite. I think coconut is my favorite, but we are talking about red velvet. So for red velvet, yeah, you know red velvet is the form or it's under the family of chocolate cakes. So you can use red velvet and chocolate cakes. Another thing you can do is red velvet and chocolate cakes. You can use vanilla and chocolate flavor. Another thing you can use is vanilla and butterscotch flavor. Okay, so if you use this, it works nice as well. It works fine as well for red velvet cakes. Now you know that red velvet cakes is commonly goes or works well with cream cheese flavor. So you can use cream cheese flavor. You can actually buy it. Yes, there's cream cheese flavor in the store. Like you cannot, there's a variety of ingredients. I was at the store, the mall the other day, and I saw peppermint flavor. Online, I've seen lavender flavor. I've seen cream cheese flavor. There are a variety of flavors that you can use. There's apple flavor, there's banana flavor, there's strawberry flavor as well that you can use for your vanilla cakes. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. So there's strawberry flavor. There's a variety of flavors. So don't restrict yourself. Feel free to test and see what works for you. So when it comes to red velvet cakes, you can just use cream cheese flavor alone. So I was going to talk about the frosting. So the most commonly used frosting or advised frosting to use is cream cheese frosting. So that tells you that cream cheese flavor would go well with red velvet cakes. So please feel free to try it and let us know how it tastes. And for red velvet cakes as well, you can also use vanilla and pair it with buttermilk or butterscotch flavor. Okay, you want something that is slightly salty to cut down the sweetness of the vanilla flavor, because you know the cake is sweet in itself, so you're looking for that slightly salty taste to cut down the sugar, cut down the sweetness for you. So these are some amazing flavor combinations that you can pair together. I just want to leave it with these three because they are the most commonly baked cakes, or that cake flavors that people can relate with. Of course, when it comes to lemon, you know it's lemon flavor, or you can use vanilla flavor. So, but let's stick with these three so that we'll not get our head overloaded with so much information. I want you to try this flavor out. Please, if you can, buy. I'm not saying you should go all out and get all those flavors. Try and see the ones that you can get, and then see how it works. Now, for vanilla flavor, I found out that what's available here is, I think there's regular vanilla flavor, but you have vanilla extract from different brands. You have vanilla bean paste. You also have Madagascar vanilla flavor, and I really love the Madagascar vanilla flavor. If you've watched some of my baking videos, you would have seen me use this flavor. So that's what I use. I'm going to insert a clip so you see what it looks like. But that's what I use for my cake flavors, and it comes out really nice. I love the taste. I'm generous with it when I'm using it. So it depends as well. If you want a slightly intense flavor, do not use too much. And if your flavor, please let me mention this, is very important. If the flavor you're using is concentrated, do not put too much. Please, I beg of you. If not, the taste will not be pleasant at all. It will be too sharp, too intense, and you will not like it. So experiment in your own kitchen using different quantities for the cakes. Like if it's 1 teaspoon, use 1 teaspoon and see how it works. Now, if you're pairing flavors, I would advise that if it's 1 teaspoon, the flavor, the recipe calls for, you do half and half. So like half teaspoon of this and half teaspoon of this. Yeah? Or you can do 1 teaspoon of this and 1/4 of the other one to see how it works. Now, this is just up to you. I want you to do your experiments in your kitchen to try this out, to test this out and see what the result gives you. I'd love to hear from you if you tried this out. And if you found this video helpful and you've watched up to this point, you're the real MVP. Please drop me a kind comment and hit the like button. If you're yet to subscribe as well, please hit the subscribe button and share this video with those in your caking communities. Until I see you in my next video, stay happy, stay safe, and stay blessed.